Hi, my name is Lauren. I'm a research fellow from the University of Sydney, and I'd like to tell you about a clinical trial that we're currently conducting with adults with and without Prader-Willi syndrome. So in this trial, we're interested in the GABA system in Prader-Willi syndrome. GABA is the main chemical in our brains that helps us turn brain activity off when we don't need it. It can be measured non-invasively using an MRI machine. We conducted a study a few years ago that found that people with Prader-Willi syndrome with severe behaviour problems have reduced brain GABA levels, which was associated with some of the core PWS symptoms, like meltdowns. Alterations in brain GABA have been reported in a range of neurodevelopmental disorders and mental illnesses, such as autism, depression, and psychosis. How the GABA system is altered in each condition is unique. However, there are some similarities, particularly when GABA is measured using MRI. For example, within the autism population, some studies have also found reduced brain GABA levels in people with autism, like we found in people with Prader-Willi syndrome. These studies have found that reduced brain GABA levels are associated with reduced brain connectivity, and that when people with autism are given a GABA product, this can increase their brain connectivity and potentially improve some autism behaviours. Research in the autism field has gone one step further and found that people with autism have a unique brain response. One study found that when people with autism were given a GABA product, it led to increased brain GABA levels. However, when typically developing peers were given the same product, they had reduced brain GABA levels. So in this trial, we're interested in knowing whether people with Prader-Willi syndrome also have this unique brain response. Specifically, does a GABA product increase brain GABA levels for people with Prader-Willi syndrome and decrease it for their typically developing peers? And can it improve brain connectivity in people with Prader-Willi? The findings can be used in three ways. First, it can encourage clinicians currently prescribing GABA products to monitor carefully for efficacy and possible unique responses. Topiramate and benzodiazepines are the main GABA products trialled in Prader-Willi syndrome, with clinicians reporting some effect for some people. The findings can also be used to advocate to pharmaceutical companies to invest in trialling their GABA products in Prader-Willi syndrome. And finally, the findings may help us understand how other products might be influenced by this unique brain response. GABA is the major neurotransmitter in our brain, which means it influences many other systems, like oxytocin. So it's possible that other systems implicated in Prader-Willi syndrome are influenced by GABA alterations. So we would like to invite people with and without Prader-Willi syndrome aged 18 to 30 years to participate in this trial. It's being conducted in Sydney, however, we have funding available for participants travelling interstate. The study involves participating in a brain scan in an MRI machine, then taking a GABA product, Acamprosate, for 10 days before participating in another brain scan. Acamprosate was chosen because it's TGA approved and has a really good safety profile. If you or a loved one are interested in participating in this trial or would like to know more, please don't hesitate to contact me. Thank you so much for your time.